Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you know, I often talk about themes like manifestation, spiritual growth, and the teachings of great minds like Neville Goddard. But today, we're going to discuss a really powerful concept that most people only scratch the surface of, and that is how to feel your reality into existence. So if you're tired of just visualizing and hoping that something changes in your life, but it's not, then this could be the missing piece. And if you're on your own path of awakening, manifestation, or spiritual growth, then be sure to sign up for my newsletter below and get access to one of my free guided meditations so we can start aligning your energy with your new life. So let's go back now to this concept of the feeling is the secret. What does that even mean? You know, Neville Goddard famously said that quote, "Feeling is the secret." But it's not just about pretending to be happy. It's about embodying the emotional state of that result, that end result, right now in this present moment. This is because your feelings are the creative force behind what shows up in your life. So think of them like, the energetic signature, the energy that you're broadcasting to reality. If you feel like someone who is already successful or already in an amazing relationship or just abundant in general, then you begin to live in the frequency of that outcome that you want. And then your physical world begins to match it. And this isn't just theory. This is truly how your subconscious mind communicates with the world and with the universe. So it's not through words that it communicates, but through the emotional state and the emotional tone of your state of being. So now let's get into some of the science behind this, which is really fascinating. So modern neuroscience actually shows us that our brains cannot distinguish between something imagined and something real. So if you vividly imagine in your mind a certain scene or scenario, your brain cannot tell the difference between that, imagined one and something that's real. So extending this out to what we're talking about, when you feel as if something is true, then your body responds accordingly. Your hormones and chemicals in your body shift, your actions then change, and your decisions can start aligning with that emotional truth. So from a spiritual perspective, what you're actually doing is you're impressing the subconscious mind with the emotional blueprint of your desired outcome. In that scenario, your subconscious, just like Neville Goddard said, will always externalize what you accept as being true internally. So then the question becomes, what emotional states are you practicing daily? What are you embodying? Because that is then what is going to be pushed out into the world. So now let's talk about feeling versus thinking. I think a lot of people, when they want to make changes in their life, they get stuck in this stage of thinking. They repeat affirmations, they visualize, they maybe script what they want, and that's all great, but they don't have the same corresponding emotions of already having those things in the present moment. So they're doing things the right way in a sense, by knowing what they want and scripting it out and going through that logically, but they're still operating from a place of lack. They're still operating from a place that they don't have those things in their life now. And that's the problem. You can say, I am wealthy 100 times, but if you still feel broke, if you feel like you don't have any resources or any money, and you feel some anxiety there, then that's the emotional signal that you're sending out. So thinking about what we want, it helps to plant the seed. We know what we want, we think about it, but then that feeling and emotion is what waters it. So if there's no emotion behind it, and emotion is the language of the subconscious mind, then it's just not going to take root. There's not going to be that inner shift. And that's why we have to go beyond the mental repetition of what we want. And we have to feel it in the body, feel it right now, as if it's already here and already true. So the truth is, whether you're conscious of this or not, that your reality is always catching up to your dominant emotional state. So when you learn to feel as though your desired reality is already here right now, then you collapse the distance. You collapse the frequency between you and what you want. You begin to operate at that same level. So you become a vibrational match to what you desire. That's another way to look at it. So instead of asking, how do I get it? Just ask yourself and focus on feeling the emotion right now of already having what you want. Because that's truly the path to becoming the person who naturally lives in alignment with what you want. So if any of this resonated with you, I encourage you to start implementing this in your daily life. Once you know what you want, start focusing on having those emotional states throughout the day of already possessing your desired reality right now. And then let me know in the comments below how that goes. And again, if you haven't done so already, then sign up for my newsletter below and get one of my really popular free meditations and join our growing community. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.